We got a good video for you folks today, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Hendon Hooker and Julian Okwara potentially could be returning. A lot of trade rumors regarding the Detroit Lions, articles dropping multiple players whom the Lions should trade for. We'll go over that. Injuries for the Lions and the NFC North roundup. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Detroit Lions and you're watching this right now and not subscribed, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors on here, and it keeps you updated. And that's what it's all about. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get into some injuries here. Quarterback Hendon Hooker, ACL, was placed on the NFI list before the season started. He's eligible to return this week. We'll see if it happens. Look, he's not going to be playing on the field or anything like that, but it's nice to see the player whom we drafted get healthy. Julian Okwara, eligible to return this week as well. Hopefully he does. We can use his production on the field, a player who can get after the quarterback. Joshua Pascal, eligible to return week 6. I suspect he won't be playing week 6 or anything like that. Maybe a couple weeks after because of his injury was pretty bad. Edge James Houston, eligible to turn week 7. I suspect it's going to be a while before he returns, maybe like a month or so. Khalil Dorsey, eligible to return week 6. Hopefully he can because his is an illness. We don't want this guy being sick all the time. CJ Gardner-Johnson, eligible to return week 7. Don't expect him to return then. Maybe at the end of the year, if not, nothing at all. Detroit Lions, Brian Branch was injured in the Packers game. Nothing serious, great news there. Taylor Decker re-aggravated his injury, and it's nothing serious. Good news there. The Lions are playing on Sunday. Heavy favorites at home versus the Carolina Panthers. The over and under is 45.5. Lions are 7.5 favorites. I've seen lines of 8 and 9, as they should be, because the Lions are the better football team for sure. But let me know in the comment section right now, who do you got winning the game? Lions or Panthers? L for Lions, P for Panthers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Lions trade rumors. We're going to start with Heavy.com, throwing a name out there that the Lions should go ahead and trade for, and that is Davante Adams. They said, Lions rapidly becoming a team with talent in abundance, but added that Adams would be a dynamic piece to add to their offense and a good fit with Detroit Lions' #1 receiver. Adams and St. Brown could be a match made in heaven, with Adams' ability to dominate all of the depths and St. Brown prowls in the short and intermediate levels, Fowler wrote. Whoa, look, Davante Adams is an outstanding wide receiver. He's 6'1", 202 pounds, drafted in 2014 in round 2, but he's 30 years old, and I think that's the biggest issue with him. Should the Detroit Lions look to trade for a wide receiver that's 30 years old? But man, this guy is a baller. So far this year, 33 receptions for almost 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an average of 12. Even though he's old, he is a really damn good player, and I think the Detroit Lions, if they were to get him, it would make this offense magical. It would be. And that could take the offense over the top. But you would have to give up a significant high draft pick. And I just don't think that that's something Brad Holmes would do. I truly do not believe that. Now, if you don't like overpaying for sports, make sure you go ahead and use Game Time. With killer deals, last-minute tickets, you can stop stressing on sports and start getting hyped for fun that you'll have. It is easy to find and buy tickets for every event in your area, whether that's sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. With their lowest prices guaranteed, it is the Game Time guaranteed, which means you'll always get the best prices. If you find tickets in the same section or less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And then if you look in the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and you can move your phone left to right, and you can see the surrounding area, kind of like a 3D live photo. So download Game Time app. Create an account, and you put in the code LIONSCHAT for $20 off your very first purchase. Go into the redeem code section, plug in LIONSCHAT, sign up with an email. It's that simple. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, Redeem code LIONSCHAT for $20 off. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. If you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Another player that was mentioned in a trade from Sidelines report here is, how about Courtland Sutton here? Through 4 games this season, Sutton has 20 receptions for 216 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is a kind of a big body wide receiver, 6'4", 216. Lions could use him, and then you add him with Jameson Williams coming back. Sutton has 2 seasons left on his contract after this, with a cap hit of $17.3 million and $17.8. But there's no more guaranteed salary left in his deal after this year, and it's a fair question. He'll be the Broncos next year if he's not traded. Send him to the post-1 cut next offseason would clear $13.5 million cap. Sutton is a prime tradable asset for the Broncos, as there is report that Jeff Zrebrick of The Athletic, that the deal nearly got done to send Baltimore this offseason. So much of Peyton's denial that Jerry Jeudy's could be dealt. Look, if you want to get a player like him, he is a really good player. He is. And if you look at his stats so far this year, 20 receptions, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 10.8 average. He is a number 1 wide receiver, in my opinion. If you put him with Amon-Ra St. Brown, you are getting it done. You're crushing, folks. You absolutely are. Do I think the Lions do it? I don't know. This one, I don't know. Because I think he wouldn't be as expensive as Davante Adams, and I think he would fit perfect for the Lions. Probably not. But I'm just saying, I think he would be great with Detroit. But let us know right now, would you trade for any of these 2 wide receivers? Davante Adams put DA. For Courtland Sutton, put CS. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Another player trade for the Sidelines report is a backup player here in Cam Flemming, offensive tackle, 6'5", 323. He was drafted in the 4th round. He's 31 years old. If the Lions were trying to get a depth player, that's what he would be. Look, he's not a starter or anything like that. This would be for backup tackle, say if there's more injuries to the offensive line. We've seen some, right? Taylor Decker injured. Big V got injured. Matt Nelson injured. So I don't think it would cost anything. I agree with him. They say a 7th-round pick. I think that's probably what it would cost. And you would solidify the tackle position with a decent backup. This could be something the Lions would look at, right? You're not paying anything, right? You're just getting a player that could be a backup. Another player that they thought that the Lions should trade for here is Will Lutz from the Denver Broncos, their kicker. You say, why would they do something like that? Maybe they don't fully trust Riley Patterson. That would be it. And again, this would be a late-round draft pick, a 7th-round draft pick, nothing serious, to get a place kicker who may be a little bit better for the Lions and something that you trust in the playoffs. So far, you look what he's done. He is 85.7 field goal percentage, extra point at 90, long of 51, and 28 points. So he's a pretty good kicker. I would say no. Riley Patterson right now has been perfect on the season, and that's really important for us, for our Detroit Lions fans, is having somebody that is making all the field goals. And look, Patterson's doing it. He is. And now you may not like him, but he is. And that's the only thing that really matters right now for our Detroit Lions. Again, I look at these trade rumors, and I don't know the Lions would be involved in anything before the trade deadline. That's October 31st. We'll find out in a couple weeks. I mean, teams like the Broncos, the Panthers, the Bears, they absolutely suck. They could be sellers. Then you got teams like the Lions who are doing really well at 3-1, and maybe we're like 6-1 or 7-1 before the trade deadline. And if that's the case, they wanted to get one player that can, really take the Lions to the next level, then you do it, right? Because you're not just competing against the NFC North at this point. You're looking at you got to face the 49ers if the playoffs. You're right. Dallas Cowboys look like a playoff team. Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. So if you feel like you have an opportunity to make a legit run and one of these players will help you get past some of these teams, then you do it. That's the way that I see it. So I got a question, though, for you. Do you think that the Detroit Lions is going to win the NFC North? Why for yes and for no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into the NFC North because the Detroit Lions are kings of the North still after this season. Obviously, Lions beat the Green Bay Packers. We're 3-1, 2-2. The Minnesota Vikings did defeat the Carolina Panthers. I watched that game, but it was ugly. Ugly game. It felt like both these teams really didn't want to win the game. I don't know what was going on. A lot of turnovers, a lot of bad plays, pick sixes. Minnesota Vikings still look bad, even though they're 1-3. They have the offense, though, that can put up points. That's something that the Lions got to watch. The Chicago Bears lost to the Denver Broncos, and they absolutely look booty cheeks. They look terrible. They're done. They're out of the season right now. The question is how many games will they lose? Will they become the first pick in the draft? Remember, they got the Carolina Panthers pick as well. Right now, in the draft, they'd be picking 1 and 2. They're a dumpster fire. They absolutely are. And the Lions, don't have to worry about them at all. Those are bye weeks for all of the NFC North opponents. Everybody's going to beat them. Will the Lions win the NFC North after hearing that? Why for yes and N for no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Lions are looking pretty good, getting healthy. That's good. You're going to hear more trade rumors as we get closer to the trade deadline because the Lions are good, and that's what happens is you become buyers if you're good and sellers if you're not. And everything is looking pretty right now for the Lions. So make sure you go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the videos. Look, there's breaking news, right? Jameson Williams, it was Friday, came out that he's eligible to return. I had to do a breaking news video, so if you didn't hit that notification bell, you may have missed it. We're going to be live for the Lions and Panthers on Sunday, so if you want to do a watch party, it's going to be great. Come on down. It's a great time as the Lions try to get to 4-1. With that said, folks, adios.